Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello, world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News for the last of February, 1st of March, 2019. Glad you're logged on and watching. Well, on this show, we got the Hoops Corner and the Panthers Dugout. And let's get going.
Hello, my name is Walter Hackfeld. I've been a resident in Duncanville for about 42 years. And I'm a sports fan. And I'm a sports fan of Duncanville soccer. But right now, I'm ready for some hoops.
Hoops? Did you say hoops? We gotcha hoops. Right here in the Hoops Corner on Duncanville Weekly News with all the highlights from the latest Duncanville Panther and Pantherette basketball games and a peek at upcoming games. The Hoops Corner is brought to you by James Memorial Chapel, Duncanville's only home-owned funeral home, and by Leon Miller Commercial Real Estate Properties on Main Street. And now, in the Hoops Corner, here's John with all the Hoops highlights.
Hello, Duncanville basketball fans, and welcome to the Hoops Corner. Well, the Pantherettes finished up their season last time. The Panthers had a game or two, and here's how they look.
Tobias Ramsey, Micah Peavy, Damon Nicholas, Derek Luna. Fantasy coached by Coach David Peavy, assisted by Coach Johnson, Coach Woods. Coach
Friday night at Highland Park High School, the Panthers played the Hebron Hawks, team that finished third in their district. It's an area game, and the announcer was good, so.
Tobias Ramsey with the point. Nice put back by number 5, Micah Peavy. Basket by number 3, Tobias Ramsey. Three-pointer, number 3, Jemiah. Good. Fouls number 15, Sterling Benjamin. Basketball number 1.
Next stop versus those DeSoto Eagles at Wilkerson Grinds in Fort Worth Tuesday night.
James Memorial Chapel is the only family-owned funeral home in Duncanville and is proud to offer caring and dedicated services from familiar friends. Rick James and his family, the owners of James Memorial Chapel and Funeral Home, have served Duncanville area families in their time of loss since 1998. A beautiful and spacious chapel is offered, and James serves all cemeteries. When it comes to finding people you can trust in a time of need, you can turn to James Memorial Chapel. No one else knows families better. 811 South Cockrell Hill in Duncanville.
Leon Miller Commercial Properties is a proud sponsor on Duncanville Weekly News, as he enjoys helping to promote our DHS athletes as no one else does. Leon owns office and retail space in the heart of Duncanville on Main Street. If you are looking for convenient, accessible, and well-kept space for rent, call Leon at 972-709-7181. He will fix you up.
Next up for the Panthers is the region quarterfinals Tuesday night at Wilkerson Grinds in Fort Worth against these DeSoto Eagles. Then winning there will throw them to the Region 1 tournament in Fort Worth at the Wilkerson Grinds this weekend.
It's springtime here in Texas, and that means Duncanville Panther Baseball right here on Duncanville Weekly News and the Panther Dugout Show. The Panther Dugout Show brings us updates and highlights of the past few games and a peek ahead to the Panthers' next games. The Panther Dugout Show is brought to us by James Memorial Chapel, the Pope Financial Group of Raymond James, by Leon Miller Commercial Properties, and by the Wolverton Company. And now, with the Panther Dugout Show, here's John with all the highlights.
Okay, Duncanville baseball fans, it's springtime in Texas, and it's time for some Panther baseball. The Panthers got off to a kind of an unusual start for them, and here's how. On a cold, windy, wet Thursday, the Panthers get their season off to a great start when they played these Irving Tigers at Bob Rombach Field as the opener of their tournament. Senior Nicholas Flores was on the mound for the Panthers, and he pitched a very nice game. Bottom of the first, no score. Leadoff Mario Trujillo walks, and then catcher Nick Chavez draws a bases on balls. And Mario is on third when Ray Jaramillo takes a pitch in the shoulder. It loads the bases with nobody out. Nicholas unloads them with this double to left center to make it 3-0 Panthers. Elijah Sabala courtesy runs for the Panther pitcher and goes to third on a wild pitch and then scores on another wild pitch. Edward Ramirez singles to left, but he was left stranded. And after one, it's 4-0 Panthers. Same score in the second, and first baseman Noah Martel hits a shot to right field for a base hit, but couldn't score. In the Tiger fourth, they have runners on second and third with 2 outs. And this base hit to right plates a run, but Edwards' throw to Nick and his tag was the third out and ends the inning with the Panthers now leading 4-1. We go to the bottom of the fourth with shortstop Ricardo Rangel leading off with a base on balls. And next, Noah reaches on a fielder's choice with Ricardo beating the throw to second base. Mario Trujillo plays small ball and is safe to load the bases. And with 1 out, Ray is up and laces the ball to left to the fence, clearing the bases, making it 7-1. Then Nicholas hits it over the right fielder's head for a double. And drives in Ray, and it's 8-1. Once again, Elijah runs for Nicholas. Adrian Mendoza promptly singles to left to plate Elijah, and it's 9-1. After a fielder's choice out, Edward singles and Adrian goes to third. After Edward takes second, Ricardo hits it over the left fielder, plating Adrian and Edward. But he's out at third. But it's 11-1 after 4 and 4.5. So the Panthers win their first game, mercy rule, 11-1. Then later that evening, whipped Woodrow Wilson 9-0 in their tournament.
The Panther Dugout Show is sponsored by the Wolverton Company, serving Duncanville, Southwest Dallas area for over 78 years. Wolverton has been a proud sponsor of Duncanville Weekly News since their day one in 1991. From HW to Thomas to Keith to Matthew, Wolverton provides the best heating and cooling and air conditioning service there is. Call them at 972-296-COOL. That's 972-296-2665.
Leon Miller, Commercial Properties, is a proud sponsor on Duncanville Weekly News as he enjoys helping to promote our DHS athletes as no one else does. Leon owns office and retail space in the heart of Duncanville on Main Street. If you are looking for convenient, accessible, and well-kept space for rent, call Leon at 972-709-7181. He will fix you up.
Jane's Memorial Chapel is the only family-owned funeral home in Duncanville and is proud to offer caring and dedicated services from familiar friends. Rick Janes and his family, the owners of Jane's Memorial Chapel and Funeral Home, have served Duncanville area families in their time of loss since 1998. A beautiful and spacious chapel is offered, and Jane's serves all cemeteries. When it comes to finding people you can trust in a time of need, you can turn to Jane's Memorial Chapel. No one else knows families better. 811 South Cockrell Hill in Duncanville.
Then Friday evening, the Panthers beat those Irving Nimitz Vikings by the mercy rule 10-0 with Alex Sierra, the winning pitcher. On a beautiful but windy Saturday morning, the MacArthur Cardinals were on the schedule, and what a game this was. Cesar Santo started on the mound for the Panthers. The Cardinals get runners on first and third, and this double plated the first runs of 8 that the Cardinals scored in the first inning. This single to left scored a couple more. At this point, Coach Fahey brought in Iron Pedra in relief, but this and this resulted in those 8 runs in the top of the first inning for MacArthur. But the Panthers responded. Mario leads off by drawing a base on balls and went to second on a ground out. Ray and Nicholas walked to load the bases. When Rolando walks, Mario scores, and it's 8-1. A base hit to right by Ricardo. Plates Ray and Nicholas, and it's 8-3. When Elijah walks, the bases are loaded again. And then Edward Ramirez walks, and that scores Rolando, and it's 8-4. With Noah at the plate, the MacArthur pitcher makes his first balk, plating Ricardo, and it's 8-5. And the MacArthur coach ain't so sure. Noah takes a pitch off the shoulder to load the bases back up. Another balk. And Mario scores. Elijah, and it's 8-6 after 1 inning. The Cardinals had scored 3 more in their second, and Coach Fahey brought in Adam Mojica to close the inning, and now it's 11-6 Cardinals. Ray leads off the Panther second with a base hit to left center, and then Clayton's dribbling. Courtesy runs for him. Nicholas is next, and he hits it to the right field fence, and Clayton goes to third. When Rolando hits it through the first baseman, both Clayton and Nicholas score, and it's 11-8. Ricardo smashes a hit to left to score Rolando, and it's 11-9. With 1 away. Edward Ramirez is next, and he triples to right center field. And when the throw to third goes to the tennis court, Edward scores behind Ricardo to tie the game at 11 apiece in the second inning. But the Panthers ain't done, as Noah puts it up in the wind, and the left fielder misses it, but he was left stranded, and after 2, It's tied at 11 apiece. The Cardinals scored another run in their third inning, so going to the Panther third, it's 12-11 Cardinals. With one out, Nicholas walks. And Christian courtesy runs for him. Rolando hits it where they ain't. Then it's small ball time. And Ricardo lays a great sacrifice bunt, and this loads the bases. A wild pitch with Adrian Mendoza at the plate. Scores Christian to tie the game at 12 with the game time limit about 10 minutes away. Then Adrian hits one where they ain't, scoring Noah, and it's 14-12 after 3 innings. Nicholas pitching in the fourth, and when the Cardinals take this strike 3 with 2 outs, it's over. Final, Panthers 14 and MacArthur 12 in one of the most unusual games ever played. Then that evening, the Panthers beat Dallas Sunset 20-0. What a start for the Panthers. We'll be back on or before March the 12th with the next edition of Duncanville Weekly News. As we close, let's see some scenes from last Saturday night's Las Vegas party that is held annually by the Lions Club, and we'll see you March the 12th. But first, Monday night at the DISD school board meeting, the 2019 Panther football team and coaches and certain players were honored by the city council. Here's some scenes.
History. Again, so many accomplishments and achievements in the season. We have players that were all-state football team, all academic. The amazing level and the dynamic nature of these scholar athletes is represented on multiple platforms.
City of Duncanville to join in celebrating this great season, this great team that we have in our City of Champions. Tonight, many, many champions have been recognized, and we conclude with recognizing a team that this entire city, this entire state knows that it has stood up and has done its job, for a job well done. Which one? That's on behalf of the Mayor of Duncanville. This is on behalf of District 1 Councilmember Dennis Schwartz.
For District 3.
Quentin lost the corn flip, so he didn't get lost.
Participate tonight, Madam President, Board of Trustees, Superintendent. It's been an honor and privilege for us to be a part of our great city with you tonight. Thank you.
You can wave. Jeez. You can wave.
$1.
A few that have already been. And whoever's ticket gets pulled is going to take home half.
Right now. I'm gonna have to take a card. Okay, thank you.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad.
He's got a hell of a lot.
18. See what that would have done over here? Okay. Okay, what about here?
See if I can get my money back.
buddy. 28.
It is 071.
Bingo!
Oh no. 72.
Bingo!